Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. We have a great video for you guys and gals today, so grab some popcorn and stay tuned. Now, before we jump into this, if you think any of this is educational, informational, or at least entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe because I do post daily videos covering the world of precious metals. Now, it is extremely important to understand the behavior of something, especially when you're investing into it, right? The behavior will show you the patterns, where the price is going, and that's going to it's going to dramatically affect how you invest, right? So it's kind of like investing in a real estate. If you're going to buy some property and you're looking at the property value, you got to look at the surroundings, the environment, the neighborhood. Are they tearing schools down, or are they building schools? Are they building shopping centers or tearing them down, right? Because then you'll have a better look in the future on if your property value is going to rise or decrease. Same thing goes with precious metals or any type of investment at that. Gold and silver look extremely bullish, especially silver. So we're going to dive deep into silver's price, look at why it's behaving the way it is, and needless to say, it's extremely bipolar, right? It's like this article says, it's throwing a tantrum. And that's kind of scary because that reflects or that correlates directly to the minds, the perspectives of those investing. If a large mass of people are investing all erratically, all emotionally, all with this very uneasy feeling, then the results of that price is going to show, and that's exactly what we're seeing, especially with silver's small market and high volatility in prices. So I just want to give that little that little intro, throw some context in there so we're on the same page. But now let's jump into the article. So silver is just throwing a tantrum. It will soar on its forthcoming mega rally. And when he says mega rally, they're talking about that huge explosion. It happened in 1980, happened from 2008 to 2011, where silver was $50. And this all started from an extremely low price. 1980, it started, I think, around $9, something like that. 2011, around something, still under $10. And now in March, we saw silver at $11. And it's off and running. So you got to remember that in a couple of months, silver has appreciated nearly 70%. A lot of people don't look at it that way. So the question, and this is the best question ever. We talked about this on my channel the other day. I really want you guys to ask yourself this: are you fearful or are you greedy? Which of the two? Are you investing out of fear, out of a lack of faith, out of worry, listening to the controversy, listening to all the FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt, listening to all the conspiracies, the people that will bash and very controversial? Or are you looking at the glass half full, looking at the opportunity, looking at all the advantages, the benefits that comes with investing in the precious metals, especially right now as prices are still relatively low, depending on how you want to look at it, or depending on when you got into the market. The prices are going to be extremely affected soon. Prices are kind of in limbo as the U.S. presidential election arises, and also we heard, the diagnosis of Trump First Lady, which is also going to affect prices. So novices have been panicking while seasoned investors are salivating at opportunities, and that's exactly what's happening. Two sides of the coin. You have the one side of the coin, which is going to affect prices, by the way, and that's why the prices are so extreme on polar opposite, because there's two types of people investing. The price is getting affected by the first type of people that are panicking, selling, acting sporadically. Then you have the second type of people that are investing for the longer term, that are taking the opportunities. So you can see why the prices are so wild. So silver has recently corrected by almost $8 or 36% since peaking in early August. A drop to $22 brought it to less than half its all-time high. So yet silver would still need to reach $175 to equal its inflation adjusted 1980 peak of $49. So that's silver's literal price right now. If you wanna put that into comparison of 1980 and look at the exact numbers. Now obviously the price is not that high, and that's because they're talking about the inflation adjusted price. So the longer term points to higher silver prices, and I talk about this a lot. I talk about this because it's I'm literally giving the formula to accurately tell where silver is going. If you and I need to work on this too. If you can start to learn the charts, the analytical, the charts and recognize the patterns, figure out the triangle formations, the support, resistance levels, all of that stuff, and you learn that stuff, and you know how to read the charts on your own, and then also apply what's happening to in the economy to the charts, you can get an extremely uh, fair guess at where the prices are going. See, use the charts to your advantage to see the patterns, right? See what's happening statistically, and then you can also see what's happening in the economy and kind of mesh those together, and that will give you a pretty good guess on where silver is going. So, and I think that's the best formula. Anytime someone tries to do a silver price forecast, silver price prediction, they're always way off, and that's for one reason. We don't have a crystal ball to see the future. No one, all the price forecasts from last year are extremely off because no one knew there would be a global pandemic. So all the price forecasts from next year are going to be way off because there's going to be another event that's thrown out of left field, right? So looking back several decades, each time the ratio reaches 80, it tends to reverse, and that's talking about an 80s high. We saw it 125 in March, so it does look like there's going to be some more consolidation. 2001 to 2011, taking it $4 to $49. So even if it does consolidate, you got to remember the bigger picture. It was 11 in March, and and still that price people got desensitized to. And it's going to happen on the flip side. When silver is $50, people get desensitized to it. Just like $20,000 Bitcoin. People ask, or I would ask you, if Bitcoin's $1,800, let's say Bitcoin prices are $1,800. This is the highest it's ever been at 1,800. And I always tell you, I came from the future, and I was like, so Bitcoin's going to be $20,000 in a couple months. Are you going to buy it? And I bet you would say, no, heck no, I'm not paying $20,000 for Bitcoin. It's $1,800. But what happened in a couple of months? That same person is still buying Bitcoin for 20,000. You get desensitized. You start accepting the higher prices. That's herd mentality. The same thing is going to happen with silver. People say, oh, I'm not going to pay more than $23 for an ounce of silver, but as the prices slowly rise and you start to get desensitized to the higher prices and you still want more silver, I guarantee you'll be buying it for $30, $40, $50. And if you understand silver's true value, you definitely should. Because even, that's pennies to the dollar. If you understand silver's true value, its true potential, especially compared to a dollar price, in dollar terms, then silver is much higher than 20, 30, $40. As you saw, the inflation adjusted level is 175. So I like this because they talk about the charts, but they also incorporate what's happening. The following chart shows us that silver stock started at markedly underperforming silver, very day silver peaked. And if we look at the ratio of silver stocks to silver, we can see it corrected, then moved mostly sideways since silver peaked in early August. So they go over this. I really want to cover this part of the article, but before we do, I still gotta bridge it, and this is what I mean. Charts show us a lot of data, but they're still not telling us what's going to happen. It's only looking at the past. It's only showing the patterns. You cannot solely look at charts from an investing standpoint, trying to invest. As silver stackers, you have to know how to apply things. Knowledge is power. You cannot invest blindly into any market and expect to gain profits. There has to be some rational decision making behind the scenes. And that's why you watching this video right now are probably going to be a successful stacker. Why do I say that? Because you're watching videos on watching this video, which means you probably watch other videos, not even just mine, but any precious metals channel, and you're learning, you're paying attention to, you're comprehending your strategy. Even if you don't think about your strategy during these videos, you are, because after you click this video off and you go to make a purchase, what the information I've told you is going to affect how you invest. And we're talking about, we're letting you guys know what's happening. And if you didn't know what was happening, if you didn't know that, if you didn't see these charts, if you didn't know what's happening in the economy, if you didn't know the numbers, and you just bought silver whenever you wanted, just randomly, and sell it randomly, the probability of you profiting is extremely low. So I do appreciate you guys for sticking around watching these videos. It's going to pay off. Trust me, it's going to pay off. So the long-term view indicates plenty of strength for silver. So uh, I really like this mind state. Use this opportunity to buy silver cheap. Glass half full, glass half empty, right? A lot of people look at this price and say, man, silver's bearish. Once again, it crashed from $30. It's probably going to stay at $20 for the rest of the year. I should have invested into Tesla or Amazon, blah, blah, blah. And this is the thing. Understanding the real value of your investment is going to take you a long way. If you understand the true value of silver, then you would look at this and want to buy as much silver as you could while prices are still cheap. If you go to the store and you want a sofa and the price is something the one day, you come back the next day and the price is way cheaper, you should be happy, right? Well, the same thing applies for silver. If the prices are on a discount or on sale, you should take advantage of that because you can get it for cheaper, also meaning you will profit higher from that. The main people that try to push it in a bearish fashion, trying to kick silver down and sweep it under the rug, are usually the ones that are investing into things pegged to the dollar, because silver is a direct threat to the dollar. When you invest in the precious metals, you are in complete control of your wealth, and they don't like that. They want to control you. So, anyways, a combination of gold on the back foot of a mournful economic outlook is enough for silver to remember that is an industrial metal and throw in a tantrum such as the one we have just seen. Silver plunged 19% over the course of September, and that's the monthly plunge. Silver is still one of the best performers, trading at 31% higher at the same time last year. That's crazy. A lot of people don't see this stuff, and that's why you have to look at the math. If you didn't look at the patterns, if you didn't look at the numbers, and you just listen to people's speculation, to people's theories and FUD, it would seem like silver's a terrible investment. But when you look at the markets, if you look at the March price, if you look at everything, it's blatantly obvious that silver is still profitable, and it's a ticking time bomb. So, anyways, let's kind of get this thing wrapping up. So, the swirling economic and geopolitical uncertainties are still supportive overall. Every market needs to watch out from time to time, and gold almost invariably comes down when equities are under pressure as investors liquidate in distress. With a mournful economic outlook and gold under pressure, silver has understandably taken a tumble. It is still, however, 46% higher than the average spot price of 2019. 46%, almost half. That's crazy. See, that's a number that you need to understand, and that shows from a larger picture. If you step back and look at the bigger picture, where silver is headed in the long term. Most people don't look at it that way. You have to, if you're stuck in the day-to-day prices, from looking at the day-to-day prices and incorporating that in your strategy, you're going to go crazy. Just like the people that were marginal trading Bitcoin, with extreme volatility, they went crazy, having to check their phone every 5 minutes or every 5 seconds, and you're going to go crazy. Buy it and hold it, and then sell it 10, 15, 20 years from now, right? So, anyways, general parabolic rises do not end with shallow pullbacks, but usually violent ones, precisely what we've seen since. However, despite 27% correction from highs, we still don't have what I would consider a complete washout. So the prices might stay, might drop, maybe stay around this level for a little longer. It just means more opportunity to buy silver cheaper, especially as we go into these Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales, Christmas time, holiday sales. And trust me, the Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales for these big bullion mints like APMEX, Modern Coin Mart, Private Metals are crazy. I'm gonna be buying so much silver around that time. That's where I get the majority of my silver every year. I get the majority. I probably get 90% of my silver at the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas time deals, and that's the best way to do it, right? So, anyways, I and I like the article ends it off by saying the future holds a big promise for silver prices. It's a great way to wrap it off, and I couldn't agree more. So I do want to know your insight on this, your perspective, your thoughts. I mean, this article covered a lot. We've talked about a lot in this article, or in this video that the article didn't even cover. And I'm curious, where your head is, where your headspace is right now after hearing all this. After we kind of broke down the prices, what's happening to the prices, the behavior behind it, and also what we should do about it. I'm curious, what are your thoughts? Where do you think silver price is going to go? You think it's going to stay low, or do you think it could transform up higher as the U.S. presidential election arises? I would love for you guys to know, or I would love for you guys to let me know. You've heard my thoughts on this. You heard my opinion, my insight. So I appreciate you guys. If you like this video at all, make sure to smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new. The link to this article will be in the description. Do your homework. Look around. Do what I do. It will definitely pay off. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.